FOS TV is brought to you by the Lion's Den. The Den always has been and always will be about enjoying family and friends in an environment steeped in Happy Valley tradition. So come back to the Den, the perfect place to recall old memories while creating new ones.
Going, do you know?
Yeah, I can't remember that. Derek.
So how pleased were you to get the running game going finally, especially in the second half?
Well, obviously I was pleased. This point we haven't been more consistent at times. Earlier in the year we did some things really well for half or so forth. And this is the first time we played, fairly well the whole ball game. A couple of mistakes, but I was glad to see it. And I think the kids were challenged. I think they were a little bit embarrassed last week. We didn't do a little bit of job, but it was good to see.
You got Darryl a little bit more involved in the running game. Was that? Did you see something in that defense, or was it something you just thought you had to do?
We've always had that. Last week we didn't get really an opportunity to do it, and I've been scared to death we'd get him hurt. The longer we go, the better the other kids are. So we take a couple more chances with them. Plus, this is a big game for us.
Coach, your defense, even without Lee and they're double teaming Audric on most every play, your defense is still able to shut them down and keep you in the game. How proud are you?
Well, some other kids in there playing well. Ogden's playing well. Hall's doing well. And of course, Bowman. It's good we have Bowman back. And I think overall, except for one or two plays, I thought the secondary was solid.
Joe,
I think that kid's a heck of a football player, that number 7.
What adjustments did you make at halftime on defense?
Oh, we never made them, except don't let down. And just let's go. It was our ball, we know that. Because we had won the toss in the first half. Let's go out there and put an end to all this stuff about we're a one-half football team.
Lee's suited up the past 2 weeks. Are you expecting him to play next week against Eastern?
Who's that?
Lee.
That's a day-by-day thing. I don't know. He's suited up because he's kind of an emotional leader of the team. And he can help. He's coaching on the sideline. He's coaching the linebackers all the time.
Joe, this week you said you were looking for fighters. Do you know more about your team now after a performance?
Well, I know more about it. I don't know whether we're home free yet. Still got a lot of football to play.
How much of a change is to have Bowman back for 2 games? What does he give your defense having Bowman in there?
Well, Bowman's a fine football player. He's smart. He's played a lot of football. He was our leading tackler a year ago. The year before that it was Lee. And we had been looking forward. We had a really outstanding kid who was going to would have been a sophomore kid by the name of Marty, who got hurt in preseason practice, and of course then Lee got hurt again. So Bowman's a good football player, and he doesn't say much. He's not an emotional guy, but he tackles well. He plays the pass well, and he's just a good football player.
Joe, if I missed it, can you talk about your running game today and how you guys went in the second half with
I said we just did a little better job. I think we did a little better job probably of run selections. I think some of the kids were a little bit embarrassed that we haven't done better for a full game. At times we've had a pretty good running game. In the first 3 games we just didn't do it for the 4 quarters.
The 50-yard gain Darryl had in the third quarter that kind of set everything up. What led to that play call?
Well, we had tried him on a sweep earlier, and we obviously were playing wide on it. So we decided the next time we were going to run him, we'd run him up to that.
Had Darryl been petitioning for more runs as the season was going on?
No, I don't. He may be with Jay Paterno, who coaches him, but he very rarely asks for throw the ball more or let me run him more. I mean, he's a good team player. But, I think he showed he can run. I mean, we've always known he could run. Last year he ran more. But we at that time had Devlin. When we lost that one. We lost the backup guy, and we still were working with a couple of kids. And the longer we go with them, and the closer they get to where they can handle it if something happens to Clark. So we'll probably take more chances with Clark as we go in.
Joe, a couple plays on defense. Illinois got down to the 8. You guys held them. They had to go for a field goal, and then Morris had the interception, and Crawford had that big play on that sack. I just wondered if you thought
Well, Morris's interception was that was an alley-oop.
Right. But the Crawford play before that, though, when he knocked him
Crawford was a
out.
big play.
Hey, Joe, how sick was Powell today? I mean, I know he played,
He
but
didn't practice at all. In fact, even Thursday, we don't practice on Fridays, but ordinarily we don't. And Thursday, he ran about 4 plays and he didn't feel very well. I wasn't even going to take him.
he has the flu.
Well, they got, I don't know, nobody wants to say it's the flu. They got a temperature, they're coughing, they don't feel good. He said, geez, I got the flu 365 days.
Coach, you said on your radio show Thursday that you thought the offensive line has been unfairly criticized.
I thought they were unfairly criticized a couple of games because of the fact that the defenses were loading up against the running game.
How did you feel they did today?
I thought they did well today, and I think we had a more balanced attack. The receivers have got a little better. The timing is a little better. Earlier in the year, people said, hey, those wideouts have got to prove they can play. And then you got a passing game. So they really tried to take us out of the running game, which they did. They didn't kill us, but they effectively, we couldn't dominate the runs because they had an extra guy in there.
You got a lot out of your tight ends again today, Joe. Was that something that you thought you'd be able to exploit going in?
Yeah, well, Qualis is particularly, Schuler had a good day. That's the best Schuler's played. But Qualis has got he can run and he's grown up. He understands the game and they've got a good feel for it. And with the wideouts now, where they have to spend a little more time with the wideouts, we were able to run the ball a little bit more when we throw it. So a couple of those short passes we threw to Qualis for first downs, that's a bonus.
Did you come out of the game relatively unnicked physically?
I think. I've had a chance to talk to the trainers. I usually don't talk to the trainers until after I talk to you guys because I want to see if I've gotten hurt. Okay?
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. And girls, I'm sorry.
Nice to make sure.